Hey, overhere's George here,
And Hudson.
and we're doing an encore in the theater. This is weird.
Yeah, we do have permission from the manager for this.
So thanks to Cineplex, and
it's okie dokie.
it's cool.
They'll get a special thanks.
Yes, well, we just did. Anyways, so originally we were going to see The Butler, but that didn't happen because we took too long talking about it and the city was too.
There was a lot to talk about.
So we ended up going to see a movie called Art of Steel.
The Art of the Steel.
The
That's
Art of the Steel.
a Canadian movie, we found out during the credit sequence.
Which is cool. We love that.
Starring Kurt Russell, Jay Baruchel, another guy I've seen in a bunch of stuff.
Another guy, the guy that played Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah. So actually a pretty great cast.
Okay, so the plot of the movie. We don't want to spoil. I think this is probably the only movie I really don't want to spoil because it's so enjoyable watching it without the spoilers. So we're going to try and save it.
We're going to start off.
We will tell you when we're going to spoil it. You know, sort of like the second half where we'll find out what happens. So
we'll do two cuts. One spoiler free, one not.
Anyways, so what happens in this movie is Kurt Russell and his ragtag gang of guys who
all have jobs and only have one name, like Nicky, Patty.
That's a hilarious thing. Like no one had a second name in this film.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are essentially like professional heist people. I don't know what the correct term for that would be.
They're art thieves.
Yeah, and you know they do various heists to get the most money.
So there's a wheelman, a forger, an idea guy, what they call the Rolodex, the guy who just knows everyone, a contacts guy, and then apparently 5.5 years ago, a job went bad with Kurt Russell and his half brother, or let's just call them by their character name,
if we can remember. So Kurt Russell and and his brother Nicky. Nicky basically sells him out, and Kurt Russell goes to a Polish prison for 5.5 years. And when he gets out, more or less after like he goes back into it to do another heist with his gang again.
Yeah, and why he's the wheelman is because he's a stunt driver. He drives motorcycles and stuff. And so I didn't know this movie was a comedy, but it's actually pretty funny, and it consistently stays funny throughout the movie. Like
there is a couple misses, but there's a ton of hit jokes.
It's not like it drags at any point, and it'll always keep stepping it up with something that's funny or just delightful moments. And the twist is really, really sweet.
Yeah, one of the main reasons we don't want to spoil anything is because just how the movie progresses. Like something's going to happen. You just don't know what the hell it is, and that's the grand part about it.
And you don't know who's getting screwed over where, who's on top. You know, like that kind of like.
It's
really aliens have landed. Oh no,
sorry. It's just a fantastic film overall, and I'm so glad we ended up seeing this out of random chance.
Yeah, no, we were just looking at the board because we missed The Butler by 10 minutes. And we're just like, all right, I guess we'll go see The Art of Steel. And I was telling George, and I'd read a description of it.
And he's like, it's a heist movie. I'm like, oh, great. The other heist movie.
And you know what? Reading the description.
It's a bit misleading from what you've told me.
Well, yeah, it was just the Cineplex description. So, you know, the guy up there in the booth probably wrote it on his lunch break or something.
We should make fun of him.
No.
But,
great people.
Okay, so what else do we have to talk about this? I can't think of too many bad things other than a couple of jokes sort of fall flat. I know something I want to complain about. The editing, there are parts where it's sort of sporadic. Like, it doesn't quite connect too well. Mm-hmm. So, like, you'll see someone start to move, and then, like, the next cut, they're standing still.
Yeah.
Like, little moments like that, and it sort of takes you out a little bit.
You know what? It feels just a tad bit rushed in the production phase.
Yeah. Like they were trying to get this for TIFF or something like that.
Yeah, or something but they didn't quite make it, so they just went, fuck it, Simplex.
Yeah.
Because it's great to see, like, Quebec City, Toronto.
Yeah, this goes like all over the place, and
Yeah.
it is in actual locations too. At least
For-
it says in the credits. But it's a very good film, and
Yeah. Oh, and terrific acting on most parts. Like it was just the characters are funny, and Kurt Russell's really that funny in this movie. But Jay Baruchel,
of course he's
great,
funny.
great.
I think
line.
Jay Baruchel and Hannibal Lecter take the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
any jokes that they spit out were pretty funny.
Yeah, they're pretty good on the one-liners. Nikki's pretty good on the one-liners, and I really enjoyed Patty's character.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. And at another point, they're just really well-written characters. They're dynamic. They're well-rounded. And
I wish we saw who the writer was. I wasn't paying attention to the credits that well, and whoever wrote this and directed and like those people, I can't wait to see what else they do in any other projects.
what
because
else they
apparently-
have done?
Yeah, because if this is the kind of quality, this is actually a really good quality film.
And you know what's sad is
There were barely anyone.
this is how many people were in the theater. I can probably like this.
Yeah.
Or like this.
This is a bit of a sleeper hit. Like I think it came out last week.
Or something like that.
It came out in
I've only
September,
just
as far as I
saw
know.
it on Cineplex probably last week. So, and it's probably not going to be here for long.
So highly recommend seeing it, especially if it comes out on DVD. I think I'm gonna grab this on DVD.
I'm going to suggest it to people.
Because then they can polish it up a little bit.
Director's cut.
Yeah, the writer's cut.
Writer's cut.
Kurt Russell cut.
Oh, and great bloopers at the end. If you come
Yeah, there's
see
a
it
couple
in
of
theaters,
bloopers.
you don't need to sit all the way through the credits. There's like one line.
And this is dumb.
But like, if you're gonna go
I can't
see,
think of any other.
You know what? The bloopers are worth seeing it in theater for.
Yeah, other than some of the jokes being a bit of a miss and the weird sporadic cuts here and there, it's an overall really good film. I would definitely give this a 9.5 for the small thing. This is probably the best movie I've seen this year.
Wow. I'm gonna give this an 8, just because it's the writing, the story and stuff is good. It's not the most original.
Oh God, no! But I mean,
But like it's well done. It's like one of the. It's a good heist movie from this year. When I was kind of thinking that the heist movie's dead, I
should note that they're not parroting the heist thing. It's using that as a scenario. They don't really make fun of the heist idea in movies. It's these characters are in this scenario, just how they naturally act.
Yeah, it's funny, so I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10, which is still highly recommended. Loved it.
Yes.
Every 10 minutes, I was laughing. I was smiling, laughing, something. It's
A great way to. Me and Hudson, we always like to make fun of movies as we watch it. I don't think we barely made fun of this movie.
yeah, no,
which is
I was pretty quiet paying attention to this movie, seeing what would happen next. It's spellbounding.
It's
like the build up is great, and
You want to know what the worst part is? It's probably not going to be Oscar bait. Every other movie out there is Oscar bait. This is not going to be.
no, it's probably gonna get
It's going
thrown
to
under the radar. So if you get a chance, if you actually watch Encore, and,
the art
and
of
you take our
the art of the
suggestions,
steal. Definitely check it out.
it stole my vote.
Okay, now quickly we can talk about spoilers. Did you want to talk about any spoilers?
Okay. No, I don't think we need to.
No. Okay, no, we're not talking about spoilers. So
Yeah, no,
definitely
just
check
go
it out.
see it.
Way better than Insidious.
Chapter 2. Art of the Steal. Chapter 2. More jump scares.
Okay, so that all said and done. Well, thanks again, Cineplex, for letting us do this.
You guys are awesome. Thanks, Kurt Russell.
Now we gotta watch some Oscar bait. The Butler.
Every trailer.
12 Years of a Slave.
Just in time for the Oscars, huh?
About time. Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you really liked it, you could just hit that little old like button. And if you're feeling really risky, why don't you go and hit the subscribe button? Because then we know that people actually watch our stuff. If you're interested in seeing more videos, you can check out a vlog that I'm currently doing where I'm looking at every episode of this Pac-Man cartoon called Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. Yeah. Or you can check out my most recent V-Gamers review for Eminem's Beach Party on the Wii. Yeah. Don't forget you can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and that way you get to know when things happen. And you can talk to us and ask questions. Keep on gaming!